Did you not actually see the picture first? Yeah.
So
The cover. You never saw the cover?
no. No.
That should have been a good indicator of what you're getting into.
Well, hi guys, and welcome back to Two Girls, One Bad Book, where we read the most talked about, tropiest, and most unhinged books on Kindle Unlimited. And this week we read The Dragon's Bride by Katee Roberts. And this was not my recommendation.
This was mine. I love Katee Roberts. I have read and owned almost all of her books. This one was a little out there from her normal stuff, but
What's the neon one that she has?
the neon
Did
one?
she write that?
Neon Gods?
Neon Gods,
Yeah,
yeah.
those are
Okay.
good. I
I've
love
been like
those.
people have recommended those to me
Yeah,
before.
those ones are very different from these, in my
Okay.
opinion, but they're really good. Yeah, Katee Roberts has a way with words in my head. So if you're happening to listen to this, Katie, I would love to meet you. I just say hi since I love you. You're like one of my favorite authors. So
Well, she is a New York best time seller, so
yeah, I think Neon Gods is what shot her up, but she also
mhm.
has her villain series. It's like Disney
Oh
villains,
yeah,
but
I heard
it's
about those too.
reversed. Those are also
Yeah,
really good.
I definitely want to read those. So for you guys, before you continue to listen to this is going to be a monster romance. So if you have issues with humanoid beings and human beings being together, then I would skip this one.
I mean, he's mostly human.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
important bits
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah. Well,
kinda.
so there's the main character, and you kind of get like thrown into her life, basically. Like
Yeah,
it's you get no
backstory really.
backstory.
I mean, there's a tiny bit of backstory. The most that you get is she is trying to escape an abusive husband.
Yes. So Briar, her name,
Yeah, Brian.
she's in. I mean, you get like the bits and pieces of her like feeling like swollen and bruised,
Yeah.
and she's talking. She's already talking with the demon. Like there's no like buttering you up. They're already. She's in the middle of making this deal with the demon.
Is it Azazel?
Yeah, it's Azazel,
Yeah.
and she's talking to him, and then she signs like her life away for 7 years
Yeah.
to.
The deal is that he will essentially get her out of the situation if she will send or she will give 7 years of her life to living in another realm, and any children she has will be kept in that other realm, and she can come back to her realm after 7 years.
Yes.
And I don't even think she intentionally does it, but she like implies that her abusive husband should be taken out. I don't think she even says that's what she wanted. I don't think that was
Mhm.
part of the deal, but he tells her, "Hold on, I'll be right back,"
Well, yeah.
and leaves, and then comes back completely covered in blood. Which I'd sign my life away right there. I'd be like, "Sure, thank you for that, taking
Well,
that problem out for me."
yeah. Well, his explanation for doing it before the 7 years was that he damaged his property because now her life is his,
Yeah,
and she's still broken and bruised.
yeah,
Um, and then you don't really get much in between that because she like passes out whenever she
yeah.
transports. They teleport. There we go. Teleport to the demon realm, and so she wakes up and she's in this like big, massive
Beautiful
room.
room, which immediately my brain would be like, "I made the right decision. This is lovely."
She has all these dresses to pick from.
Yep. And there's like no time. It's like she goes there, she's asleep, she wakes up, and then they're immediately going to an auction.
Yeah, did she didn't know that because she was asleep for all
Yeah, I
of.
don't. She didn't really know anything was
Mm,
happening.
because she walks out in the hallway and there's a bunch of other women
Yeah,
in dresses, just
that
kind of
are all
like
kind of like quietly stumbling towards. Yeah, that made me question things a little bit.
I'd be a little suspicious
Yeah,
because
because
I mean
an auction.
yeah because she didn't know anything about, she just knew she had to stay there, she didn't know she was
And
being.
that nothing bad. Nobody could harm
Yeah,
her.
that was the other deal.
But still, you hear auction. It's like, oh, okay, yeah,
Slavery.
sure, totally. I'm gonna be fine.
So they all enter this like room where the way I pictured it is they're like in on a stage, and like there's like a almost like a second story, and they're all the leaders of the realms are sitting
Yeah,
up there looking down at
because they
her.
can't. That, or I was picturing like a bunch of lights where they can't see them because she can't
Mm,
really make out who's on the other
Yeah.
side. So it has to be something like that. Yeah, either there's like a stage, like it's level up, or
She used a word to describe the thing that Azazel was standing on, and I didn't know what it was. So I was like, I don't
yeah.
know.
I'd have to go back and look it up. Look it up.
So she hears, she's scared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rightfully so.
I would be too.
And all the girls are kind of just like nobody's really talking to each other, and they're just kind of like going on their
Quiet.
merry way.
You just hear like scary voices,
Yeah,
just big
yeah.
burly voices calling out names. There's like a woman's voice in
Well, it
there.
switches to his perspective, doesn't it? Yeah, it switches to his because he explains kind of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they, he is, oh my God, what is his name?
Saul.
Saul, thank
Yeah.
you. Saul, it switches to Saul's perspective after she gets in that room,
Mm-hmm.
and it's him, his internal dialogue of just how badly he doesn't want to do this. He wants to marry a dragon bride and have little dragon children and be happily ever after, but he got convinced to do this
Well, his
because of his
parents.
parents.
Yeah, his parents made him break off his engagement with
Yeah,
his,
little dragon
yeah,
girlfriend.
his girlfriend.
Um, but he's immediately drawn to her
Mm-hmm.
because of her red hair, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she's, well, he said that she's the only one looks scared. Like all of them like were, she looked the most scared. Like, he
Yeah.
could tell that she was like
She looked
terrified.
uncomfortable
Yeah.
and nervous. Yeah, and he listens to the other, I don't want to call them monsters, but I guess monsters in the room,
Mm-hmm.
just name the color of the
The
girl they
dress,
want. They
yeah.
just name the dress. They don't have, there's nothing personal about anything happening. And he luckily is the last one, and she's the last one left, and gets to pick her. And then I think it switches back to her perspective.
And yeah, it's like immediate. As soon as they say their name,
Yeah, it switches.
they go into the room.
Yep.
Azazel brings them in and is like, "There's one last part of the contract you guys
Yeah.
have to sign."
They have to get married because otherwise she's not safe in his world,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting, I guess.
It's just like the politics of it.
Yeah, so she has to agree. They have to agree to get married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why she says yes. I think it was mostly just like he can't be worse than
Yes, that's her whole,
my husband.
her internal dialogue. Everything that's happening that could be a red flag. She's like, "Well, I could be back."
Yeah,
With what
my
was his
husband.
name? What was his name? It's like
I was
start with the E.
yeah. Ethan? No.
Ethan. It
Was
was
Ethan?
Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's her like her qualifying the
Yeah.
experience.
Everything has to do with going back to that. And even when they say like you have to get married, she's like, "Well, I already am." And he's like, "Technically, you're a widow."
Yeah,
And
not
she's like,
anymore.
"Oh yeah, he's dead."
Yeah, she does protest a bit, and then she does
Yeah.
realize that he's gone, and she hasn't processed it fully. She also keeps thinking she's in a dream too. She's like, "There's no way this is real. Like, I'm gonna wake up any moment." And
Maybe she hit her head too hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what surprises me is she doesn't have like, I know a lot of people in abusive relationships, she doesn't have too much of like low self-confidence. She's actually pretty like brave in her own sense. Like,
I
she
think it's
speaks
like
her mind.
I think it's a combination of realizing that she no longer has him to control her.
Uh-huh.
So you get that boost of like, oh my God, I'm free, which is probably why she acts that way. But I also think, yeah, you're right, she does. Because even throughout the entire book, she kind of has, she's like, she has the mentality of, at least I'm going to do this. And if he responds the way my ex would have, then I'll know.
That he has that.
But I'm not going to dance around it
Yeah.
to pretend, like, thinking he would do it. Which is, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, it's a good, honestly, I mean, maybe not a good strategy when you're in unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
But
I do think that's partially though why she's okay with everything and just kind of like accepts it as it is because it's like, well, what else is she gonna do? And plus, she's probably been conditioned to just do whatever she's been told.
Yeah, very much like beating that into her.
Yeah.
So my first question, because she describes the monsters that are around. She describes him, right? And she's like, he's the most human looking one.
Yes.
And then she talks about like how his torso is human, he's wearing pants.
Yeah.
And then also she goes to his face, and he has like a jaw, she says, that could like basically engulf her head, right? So my brain, I'm having such a hard time figuring out what this man looks like. And I literally wrote, what does he look like? Because I can't picture it. And then when I pulled it up on Goodreads, I was like, oh.
Yeah, she didn't happen to look at
Got
the
it.
book before. It changed your perspective of a lot of actions that happen between them when his head looks like that.
Yes.
So for anybody who hasn't read or seen the image, he has a full-blown dragon head
Yeah.
on a human body for the most part.
I mean, he still
Like, he
looks
has claws and he's green, but, like,
like if you skinned a dragon and put it on a human muscle body and
yep,
just
that's
put
what
the
it
head
totally
on.
would look like.
And I was picturing, I don't know if you've ever seen The Vampire's Assistant.
Maybe.
It's an old
Yeah.
movie, but there's a kid in the circus who's like a lizard guy, and he has like lizard eyes, but he like can breathe fire, so he's like a dragon
Yeah.
human. And that's what I was
So you're
picturing.
picturing pretty much human,
Yeah, with
but with, like, a
scales
couple
and
extra.
long tongue. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
No.
so. It, it's a little less silly now that I know, because
I'm really
yeah,
curious as to what you thought was happening when he, like, went
I don't know.
down on
I
her.
don't know.
'Cause he, like, his whole jaw
Mhm.
and the way they kiss, like, is
I don't. Yeah,
way worse now, huh?
yeah,
It's way
it's
worse.
way worse. And their size difference is a lot more startling because she did talk about like how tall he was, but like I was just picturing like maybe a 7 foot
Yeah.
tall man or something.
I don't think he's that much bigger. I mean, she's, like, really petite, tiny girl. Isn't she, like, 5'4"? She's supposed to
Something
be really small.
Because what he
So
says, he says I've
yeah,
seen other humans, but she seems to be
yeah.
more small.
So he could be, like, just a tall dude size
Okay,
compared to her, and that would seem really big,
got it.
is my assumption. There's no way he's bigger than, like, 6'5". I mean, he could be.
I don't know.
I don't feel like I think the size would be a little off and a little weird.
I don't think that she did a good job of explaining what he looked like. For
Yeah, I
me
agree.
personally, I did not.
I could see that.
I did not like
'Cause
put this
I
together.
saw the picture before.
Got
Like,
it.
before I ever read the book, so, like, I
Mhm.
knew what he looks like going in, but, yeah, I can see if you hadn't seen the cover, then you would have no idea how to picture him.
It was a yeah. It was a my brain was having a hard time
Yeah.
wrapping it around itself. But so yeah, they get back to his realm. They get married in a pool.
Yeah, they kinda just go into a pool, and then they come out of the pool together, and they're married, and honestly, that sounds like a fantastic way to get married.
Yeah.
That's super cute.
And I also like the immediate sexual tension between them
Oh, yeah.
because
Which is crazy because I feel like she shouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't wanna be around anything of a male gender of any kind had I been in the situation she was in,
oh
and
yeah,
it's like
no for
it's just
sure.
like all her blinders are off
Maybe because he looks not like a man.
because he's just not human, so it's
Yeah.
like safe territory, I
And
guess?
he hasn't given her a reason yet because he seems very like chauvin like what am I looking
Not
for?
chauvinistic, that's
What's the word? Chivalrous. There we go.
yeah, he's very, like I think I can't remember what part I think she mentions her ex, and he's, like, immediately angry that
Yes.
somebody would harm
Yes.
her. Like, he does not.
Well, he mentioned back when they were still in Azazel's office, he was like, "You gave me damaged goods," and he
Yeah.
said, "There's not a human would that was perfectly
Yeah.
fine wouldn't make a deal with a demon." So yeah, she is wounded
Yeah.
and emotionally.
Granted, I think nowadays, most
Oh
women
yeah, mm.
in a good position or bad to be like, "Sure, okay,
Okay, just
take me
take
out
me
of here,
away.
let's go."
I can't remember. Shortly after they get married, they go back to the castle.
Yeah, she, like, hides away for,
Mm,
like, a week? She's away from him for enough for Azazel to send someone to check on them.
yes, because it's Romano that
Yeah,
comes first.
which they crack me up. I love them. They're hilarious.
Are we getting like vibes from Romano?
Well, they're non-binary,
Yeah,
and I do think so. I don't know. A little bit.
yeah.
Minimum
They're
bisexual.
very much. They also like to prod the situation
Oh,
a little
yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's like, I don't know, it's very playful.
bit. Mm.
I mean, you would in that position wouldn't see it that way, but it does seem like they're, like, trying to, like, okay, which I don't okay, that's the other thing I don't why are they moving so fast? They have 7
I
years.
know.
They have 7 years. Like, that's a pretty good chunk of time, and I think this entire book takes over like, there's, like, maybe 2 months passed in this entire book.
Yeah,
It's 7 years.
yeah.
Slow down. Give her a
Um,
couple weeks to adjust to a new life.
they but you read as you're like listening to both their internal dialogues. Like she's like, oh, he could never like want to be with me, right? And he's like, oh, she could never want to be. It's one of those. And you're
Yeah.
like, guys, just talk to each other. And she kind of does. She's the one that kind of pushes the situation because she even asks. She's like, uh, he explains the reason why Azazel's auctioning these humans off to these leaders is because humans are great conductors for magic. So if there's a human hybrid of these creatures, it's going to be really powerful.
Which is why he looks
Almost human.
almost
Yeah.
human, which seems like, I mean, there's no
Yeah.
way.
She even asked
I
that
feel like
question
that'd
at
be
point.
like
Yeah.
diluting the gene pool kind of thing. Because
Crazy.
eventually, wouldn't they just become human?
I think so.
So, like, wouldn't the magic kind of die off?
Well, he's also saying there are like purists who
Yeah, I guess that's true.
dragons are still they still exist. But and she asks like how would it like if we if we did something,
Yeah,
how would this work? Like cuz she does express. She's like his size difference, like he's huge.
yeah.
Did she see it whenever they got in the pool at first?
She mentions it the first time they're like, I don't think she noticed.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
she noticed like above the
Okay.
waist and then didn't look again. 'Cause she like points it out in chapter
Yes.
14, like really points it out. So yeah, I don't think they do that. What do they just kind of hang out for a little bit.
Well, he takes her out to that to like nice dinner, like or like a little
Yeah.
romantic dinner out in the courtyard or whatever.
Yeah, he's like
He's
he's
trying to
doing it right. Like he's giving her space.
yes. He's trying to seduce her
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
And she does ask. She asks questions about how it happens. And you find out that these creatures have gone to the demon realm before and sampled humans before. So he's like, it'll work.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry. And she's
Like I
like,
know it'll work, but
he's still kind of skeptical because she is small, but yeah, they like are slowly like becoming more comfortable. She's
yeah.
becoming comfortable because he's being so nice and
Yeah.
very gentle is the thing that she says. She said
Yeah.
everything he does around me is gentle, and he's trying not to spook her because he knows how damaged she is. Like he can see what this guy has done
Yeah.
to this girl, but she's honestly super brave and outspoken about like the whole
Yeah.
experience.
She like does test him a couple times of like just saying certain things or doing things. I think at one point, I think it's right as they're going to the realm. Uh he says, I don't know about your kind, but we're civilized here.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna do anything because we're civilized. Like
Mm-hmm.
which is
She laughs
valid.
at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's true. But I don't know. He's sweet in an
Mm-hmm.
awkward kind of way. Because like he does kind of fumble a little bit. Just but how would you interact in that situation? It's so awkward.
I
Everything would be
know.
so awkward and
You're
uncomfortable.
like married in one day, met this
Yeah.
person, and
Not
then
even the same, I don't want to say race.
creature.
Yeah. What is the word? Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Is it before they become intimate whenever Romana brings her the pendant, or is that afterwards?
It has to be before. Because she does mention, like, I'm not having your kid. Like,
Yeah,
I'm never going to have a kid and leave it here. That's never
that was
happening.
her. Yeah, that was her. Like
Yeah.
whenever she did realize like that was what he wanted was, or well, what
Yeah.
the whole purpose of this was to create like a human hybrid that could um conduct this magic better.
It would be the next
She
heir, and it would have to stay there.
she wouldn't want to leave because she wouldn't want to leave her child behind.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm it's up in 7 years. Like I have to go home. Like I don't want that.
I don't know where she got that notion either, because I don't think he ever said you have to go home.
Well, you just said it just lasts 7 years and then you can come home.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like
Yeah, I
assuming
guess.
that you leave in 7 years.
It just kills me that at no point did she mention, like, well, would I get to stay here?
Yeah.
Like,
There's no, I know.
but I don't blame her either. If I had a kid, I wouldn't
Mhm.
want to leave it. And she even makes the point of like, it's not even like I could take the kid with me because obviously it's
To
not
be
going to look human.
experimented on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna take my kid and do experiments on it. There's no way I could take it home.
So she expresses that. So he brings Romano to give her like this pendant she has to
Yeah.
wear around her neck that keeps her from getting pregnant.
He also at the same time makes it so that she can read the books in his
Oh
library,
yeah.
which is super cute. Because yeah, what are you gonna do for 7 years? Might
Mhm.
as well read.
So she gets another tattoo on her body, which the first tattoo that Romano or that Azazel gives her, she was asleep for, and it
Yeah,
translates the language. And then this one helps her read the language,
yeah.
and
And
she
he
gets the pendant.
and she didn't know it was painful. Neither
Oh
of them
yeah.
did. And so oh my god, what's his name again?
So
Sorry. Saul gets super pissed that she's being
yeah,
hurt, which
he just
is
lashes out
yeah.
at Romano.
That's why I like Ronnie, 'cause he's like chill. I have to finish this. It is what it is. Like, just stop.
So
What
you
happens
find
after that?
out, yeah, his parents passed away, and
Yeah, that's his story's
yeah,
sad.
and he had that. She finds out about his love that he had to break it off with, and so she feels like I could never be a dragon. So
Yeah.
it's not. I'm not going to be enough for him. And
There's
it
too much. They were too
continues.
different. It
Yeah,
wouldn't.
and it continues the two internal
Yeah.
dialogues that drive me crazy because they both like are like, oh no, they could never.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, are you willing when you first meet someone to like let it all out there like
True.
that? Most people are kind of like that, where it's just like they're like, no, it'll never work. Like, even if I wanted it to, there's no way. And then you're like too nervous to like ask anything. And
Mm.
yeah, I mean, it's cute, but yeah, it's annoying. It's super annoying to get both their perspective. It's like, oh my god, just have a conversation, lay it out there.
Um. So when she gets the pendant when he gives it to her, there's an awkward moment where she like I was so confused by what was happening, and she was like putting her finger in his mouth. And I was like, why is she putting a finger in his mouth? And it's because she was pricking her finger to put on the pendant. But that moment was so awkward because I didn't know what was happening.
Didn't you just send me a
Yes, I
Twilight
did.
video?
There's a Twilight.
Same
There's a Twilight
concept.
video where Bella puts her fingers in Edward's mouth.
It's,
It's an actual deleted scene from
it's so
Twilight.
weird. Yeah, that's exactly how I picture it though. Just that awkwardness. Like of all it, like why his teeth of all things.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
weird. But it makes more sense now when you
Yeah,
picture his head.
yes, because he's got
A demon head, or not
yes.
demon, a dragon head.
Uh,
I think she just wanted to see if they were actually like sharp.
sharp. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, her whole thought every time she's like thinking about testing him, she's like, he could bite my head off. Like, why
Yeah.
am I aggravating him? But yeah, they have their like little not like tiffs, but they have their little like weird awkward bumps and trying to figure out like
Yeah.
who they are together. And finally they do decide like was it at the dinner that the first time they ever like were like smooching?
I don't even know if you can call it smooth. They were licking
Yeah,
as
because
the best description.
he can't kiss her. He's just got a
He doesn't have lips really. So
she
he's
talks
just
about
like
his tongue.
he just puts his tongue in her mouth pretty much, which
Ugh.
is I know it's gross. Like I've all like okay, just don't kiss, or you kiss his face, but don't try to make out.
Yeah, weird.
I'm like, how far does he open his mouth for that?
Yeah. She also talks about the hissing noise he makes. And I'm like
Yeah, equivalent to a purr.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, what would a I mean, yeah, but it's equivalent to a purr, I would guess.
Ugh.
I the tongue thing really grosses me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Grosses me out too. Well,
Like,
they
my,
work yeah, they work their issues out and they decide to let their emotions express and explore each other. And you find out that he has two
appendages. Nope, that's not a good word for that. Here's my thing. She doesn't explain it because that's what I was sitting here looking at a minute ago. Are they side by side? Are they on top of each other?
I think they're on top of each other because of the
But the way
way
it sounds is that they're side by side because they
I
curve. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
It wouldn't. I mean,
Only reason I think that they're on top of each other is because there's a point where they are getting it on, and he says to pull this one up, and so it's like the top and bottom.
yeah, I guess
So
so. It makes sense.
yeah, but it's like it's. I think I have an aversion to the C word now because how many times
Oh
it
my
was
god,
said
I
in
know.
this book? I think
So
the C counter is like 400.
I don't really listen to audiobooks. It's hard for me to focus. But I've already read this book, so I decided the audiobook. People who listen to smutty audiobooks, I have so much respect for. I was so uncomfortable the whole time. There is something very different about reading it versus hearing someone
Yeah,
say those words in your ear. It was uncomfortable.
it's very uncomfortable.
And yes, that word is used a
A lot.
lot.
So he is not only very large downstairs because he's a dragon. He has two of them, um, which
That to me isn't even like, I mean, yeah, that one's bad. I guess it's bad. him going down on her, wild.
Yeah,
Because he opens his whole mouth
and
and
puts it.
essentially puts her whole pelvis in his
Yeah,
mouth. Again, excessive. There's no
and
reason.
she gets cut, and so they don't actually do it the first time because
No,
he's
I
scared
think
to
he
hurt
just,
her.
yeah.
But he like puts her in the bath afterwards, and like she's like, I feel the stings of the cuts from his mouth all
It
around
just
me.
feels unnecessary because his tongue is clearly long enough
Yeah,
to. There's no need for your teeth to be involved,
it's,
and to. I would look like an alligator.
yeah, that's what I pictured.
Yeah, that's what an alligator. Best description I could think of for that, which would not be uh arousing at all.
My feelings towards this book when I first got into it, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. And then the more I got into it, I was like, I still don't like this.
Yeah, this is like I have to say of all like the monster romances I read, this one's probably one of the like most uncomfortable. There's a lot of ones that aren't dragon heads.
Yeah,
And this is not one of her best books in my opinion. But I don't know. I think it's cute. It's one of those like I think it's a cute book. It's wild, but it's cute.
it is. I think after seeing him now, I'm a little more like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like there's a fine line, and I mean, so far everyone's kind of rode that line. You know what I mean? Like, you're like if you go a little too far, then I'm like I'm not here with it. But it's like right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he was a little less humanoid, I think I would be out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Most monster romances I read are like mostly humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah. If he had a dragon body, I'm out. Like
Yeah.
absolutely not. If he's a full blown dragon, no, sorry.
She even
That's
asks him. She's like, "So the first dragons to mate with humans like that how did that?"
yeah.
He was like, "Yeah,
I don't feel like that was consensual.
no."
Mm,
Because he didn't talk about like because she's like, "Oh, we have dragon stories in our realm, and usually we sacrifice virgins to them or whatever."
yeah, he was like, that wasn't our pick. That was the ones they gave us. Like, I wish they would have elaborated more on that because did was this like a similar situation where they took them to their realm and then like seduced them, kind of like
Maybe
I don't know. It's
I can't quite. I mean, I know there's four more books.
yeah, they're just each different girls in the that were in the
I
auction.
wonder if it explains the
More,
the lore better because the little bits and pieces you get of the lore, you don't really understand how this realm works. Because is it the same realm or are
they're
they
different.
traveling to different
They're
realms?
traveling to different realms,
But they're all
so
territory leaders.
they're oh,
So I don't understand if it's the same like
world.
universe world and they're all there and they have their own territories that they are fighting
It
over.
might be. It might be like a realm sitting under ours, and then they're all within that one, kind of like a planet.
Got it.
That'd be my guess. I don't know. That's a good point. I never thought about it like that.
I was
I
yeah.
always just thought they were like all bouncing to
See,
different.
that's what I thought too, but
Because he, no, he does travel there by himself.
because he has when he comes in, he knows he has like he's well, they all have magic, so I guess that doesn't make sense. I was gonna
Yeah.
say they all like are somehow well, they used to be all at war,
Yeah.
and he
So yeah, I
talks
guess
about
one
his.
world would make sense.
But I would love to know the
I'm trying
backstory
to
to
remember
that.
how many of those I've read because I know I haven't finished them all. I've read some of them, but I mean, it's been so long since I've read these books that I don't actually remember.
Anyway, so the first time she sees the two, I think is the first time they ever get intimate,
Yeah, yeah, I think, but he doesn't do anything with them.
and then they go away.
Do they? Did I miss that?
She said she looked down and they were gone.
He kindled?
I think so. And then she never
Oh,
explains
I don't like that. I don't like when they kindle.
because she was like, "Where'd they go?"
Ugh.
So
How did I miss that? They. Oh no.
because when I read that, I immediately wrote down because I was like, "Hey, the last book
Yeah, the
it
kindle.
never got explained."
The only thing I could think of would be like a dog. That's the only other
Oh
thing I could
yeah,
think of.
maybe like lizard. What are lizards? I don't want to know. But how
I'm
do
not looking that up either.
how do lizards procreate?
I don't know. Eggs. I don't think they.
Kind of like a fish. How a
I
fish
think.
lays an egg and a fish like.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know. Maybe.
It's really convenient that all these humanoid creatures have penises.
I mean, this one kind of makes at least somewhat sense because he is a descendant of humans too.
True.
But oh, I hate when they Kendall.
But why two? Where did that come from?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the point of the two. I think it's just to make it crazier. To be honest, I don't see the point in two.
I couldn't get over that. The whole book. It's a thorn in my side.
I do think it's crazy and funny that after they do their thing, they have to get an ointment because she's in so much
Oh
pain.
yeah, the demons have because they have humans just constantly around for their
Yeah,
pleasure. They have this ointment that heals humans' coochies.
I would love that. That would stuff would be awesome. Not like I'm going crazy, but like I can think of so many instances in which that would be nice to have. Like, have you ever ridden a bicycle and then the seat is like
Yeah.
that's painful? That this stuff would work. I don't like how she describes how it's used.
Oh yeah, no.
I have to say that might not be my favorite.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to be used. I think that's just how Saul uses it.
Yeah,
He likes to make sure it gets all up in there.
yeah.
Crazy. This book is crazy.
This book is a little weird. The more we talk about it, the less more I'm like, oh, wait a
It
minute.
was one of those that you had to like.
I think I turned my brain off when I was reading it. So it's to me, I'm seeing the cute more than I'm seeing the crazy.
I had a great time reading it. It was just
It's
there
a
was
really
moments.
fun book, but yeah,
Yes.
you're like, wait a minute. How did I miss him Kendall? I'm really stuck on that.
I will have to find it.
I'm gonna have to go and look because that's crazy.
I could find it in my. No, I don't think I bookmarked it.
It's funny.
But it's like the first
Yeah.
time it happens.
It's funny.
I
Where
do
did they go?
honestly, I do respect the like. Sometimes you read a book that's going to you like know it's got smutty tags, and you read it and it's like 200 pages and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
At least it happens every chapter. At least, well, from this point on, like
Oh yeah, they're just.
it's if not twice a chapter.
I mean, they're going at it. But again, like I said, why are they in a rush? Slow down.
Crazy. But anyways, yeah, they're happy exploring each other.
Actually, I realized why she's doing it so much. This is the most she's actually enjoyed it.
Yes,
because
yes.
she's never really enjoyed it before, which is
Yeah.
another reason why he's like, I need to contact Azazel to see what he did with that guy because it probably wasn't enough. Like I want to go back. Like, yes,
His tail the first time.
it's his tail. See, tails are handy. I could get on board with the
It was
tail.
his tail the first time.
That makes more sense.
And then after that, they explore each other further, and she explores the two of them.
Sorry, this is really jumbled. You can see that we're having a hard time.
It's an insane book.
You know what it is? It's because it's like, okay, here's the beginning,
and then boinking,
and then yeah, and then it's all they all get mixed into each other. But yeah, it is the tail. Yeah. Tails are very handy.
Interesting. Why is it tagged paranormal? Because the demons?
I mean, paranormal is considered anything with monsters for the most part.
Oh.
Witches, vampires, demons. What did you think it'd be under?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like for some reason paranormal makes me think of
vampires.
Well, no. It just makes me think of like ghosts and scary stuff.
Paranormal is like witches, vampire. It's anything other. The thing I don't understand is what is the difference between paranormal and fantasy because they're essentially the same thing.
Yeah. Well, see, I wouldn't think like yeah, I wouldn't ever put dragons in a paranormal thing. But that's just
dragons would probably be more fantasy. I think the magic system is why it would be labeled paranormal.
Got it.
Also, there's not a lot of like, I don't know actually.
For some reason, paranormal screams creepy to me. If I saw a paranormal tag, I'd be like, "Ooh, that's a scary book."
I would say like most of the stuff that we've read is considered paranormal.
I see that now. So they decide. They actually decide to like talk to each other about. They talk about to each other about like her staying here potentially.
Yeah, they start to get to know each other, and then she's like, they're like slowly mentioning, staying because they're actually. Other than all of the getting it on, they are getting to know each other and they kind of like each other a lot. Which is cute. But again, really fast.
Yeah.
She is rebounding hard.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine?
You escape this world. Honestly, I'd be fine with that. Yeah. That's fine.
She's scared that she doesn't know what she's gonna have to bargain to stay here. She's like, I really want to stay but whenever it's my time to come, like, what am I going to have to give up to be able to stay? She's like, I don't see them giving it to me easily because they're bargaining. She's very suspicious of the demons.
Which is kind of a valid. I mean, you should be.
Well, to be fair though, Azazel is the one that like he's like he will protect her, like that is
Yeah, she
his
should. Yeah,
possession,
true.
and he could hurt her easily.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
she's very suspicious of them,
I don't know
and
why they don't just ask him.
I mean he also doesn't like them.
Yeah,
He's really suspicious of the bargaining demons
true.
as well because he doesn't know their intentions. He's like, why are they giving us gifts?
Yeah, that's the other thing is that he has the suspicion that he's trying to gain power.
Mm-hmm. There's a
Which
motive.
because if they harm the girls in any way, then he gets their
Yeah, they
territory.
forfeit
They
their
forfeit
realm.
everything.
Yeah.
Which is why would you get into that deal? I guess it's because humans are really important to them,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's only the demons at this point can still access the human realm,
Yeah.
which is not explained, but
That's what I'm saying. I want to know more.
yeah. And
There's
you want the backstory of what's happening
yes.
in the world. Yeah.
Because this, like I said, the first thing you get thrown into this book where she's already making the deal,
Yeah.
and by like page 3, she's already in the demon realm.
Yeah. I don't think it gets explained much more. I mean, it does a little bit, but not. I can't see it being fully explained.
I need to know.
Maybe actually in his book, Azazel's book,
Okay,
it probably would get explained.
I will. I will be. Yes, I honestly, I might continue. I might finish these on my own
They're
time.
they're so cute. They're just like little fun stories.
Easy going stories. Yeah, they're easy to fall asleep to too.
Yeah.
So anyways, where were we? We were talking about so he takes her to like his favorite spot, like that's out like an isolated little lake that they can swim in.
Yes.
And she's like got the hots for him. And she loves when he gets his like
Primal.
yeah, he gets like animalistic. And so when they're out there swimming, she's like, I'm gonna run from him and have him chase me. And so she does. She runs and he's chasing her. And then she looks back and she sees that he's like gone. Like he
Yeah.
is
He is
wild.
locked in.
Yeah. He's got the wild in his eyes. Like
Yeah.
any kind, like anything runs from an animal, they're gonna
Yeah.
instinctively chase it. So
Any predator.
Yeah, predator. Okay, predator. And he finally catches her, and then he rips her pendant off.
Okay, but first off, hold on one second. First, we have to point out he does in fact swim like an alligator,
Yeah.
which is hilarious to imagine. But he doesn't just rip it off. They lock into each other, deciding if he should rip it off.
Well, he's pulling on it, and
she's like,
because
okie
it's
dokie.
her dialogue, and she's like, I'm not going to stop him.
No, and so I think they kind of like have an agreement, and he does rip it off of her, and then they get buck wild, which is again, you have 7 years, which I guess the kid could be like 6 by the time she'd have to leave if she had to leave.
Yeah,
which is better than nothing. But yeah, they just are like, okay, screw it, let's do it, let's make a kid. All of a sudden,
well, they've been exploring bedroom games, and like the the open like dialogue after the first time when he talks about breeding games, and I was like, oh no, I can't do this. This is too much. Anyways, it becomes a reality at this moment, and it's not a game anymore. After it happens, does she get upset with him because of it? Because I can't.
No, she doesn't. He does. He freaks out. And he like puts her to bed.
So well, they're kind of quarreling though. They're like kind of fighting, right?
No, not yet. She thinks everything's fine and dandy, and she's like, whatever. I guess if it happens, kind of whatever. Yeah. But he's freaking out, and he's like, I'm gonna have to immediately get another pendant. Like I have to get a hold of him. So he goes. Right. I love the way they communicate. I have to say, he just writes on this specific piece of paper, and it's like texting.
Yeah.
And then just sends it back, and then Azazel shows up right as he's like talking to himself about how, he messed up and he might have hurt her or something like that. Or he did something she didn't. She didn't.
She comes looking for him.
Yeah.
Finds him in the study. She tells him they didn't know Azazel was there because he was like, "Where is he? I need it now." Yeah. And she's like, "Why won't you come like back to bed with me?" and then they kind of quarrel a little bit, and she says something about like, oh, that when you chased me through the woods and ripped my pendant off or something, like he
Yeah, and then
hears it.
Azazel's like,
He's
"Excuse
like, we did
me?"
what?
Yeah. His reaction is somehow justified and extreme all at the same
Yeah.
time. Because, yeah, if you heard that, it's like, well, wait a minute. But he doesn't give them any second to even slightly explain, and he snatches her up and
No.
takes
Yeah, he
her
takes her
away.
back to the demon realm.
Which, good on him. He's
Yeah.
protecting a woman who needs protecting, just
Yeah.
not at that particular moment. That
And
was not right.
so she gets back and she's trying to tell him like he didn't hurt me, but Romanu like takes her and is
Yeah.
like, you need to calm down because
Yeah.
you're gonna piss him off
Yeah.
even more. You need to chill. And then you get back to Saul's perspective. He literally just runs to the other realm.
Yeah. I think there's like a week, like there's a time period
It takes him
that
a
she's
week to
there.
run there.
Oh,
It takes him 3 days.
he literally runs
Yeah, it
there.
takes him 3 days to run
Oh,
there.
that makes more
He
sense.
takes off. He's like, I didn't waste a single time. He told his sibling that he was going to be
Yeah.
gone, and then and even when he got there too, he was thinking, he was like, I shouldn't have talked to anybody. I should have just kept running.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took him 3 days to get there.
That's
He ran
impressive.
straight there.
What an
Yeah.
unfortunate time to be a dragon without wings.
Yeah,
Those would have come in handy. But yeah, that's a good point. He does. That makes sense as to why it took time.
there.
But it's not like you don't get her story of
Yeah,
it.
you
But
don't know.
she's tormenting Azazel in that time period because his hatred of her is so strong. When it switches to back perspectives, he hates her, and she's so mean to him. Which again, valid.
Yeah.
Like she was in a good place, and yeah. So he finally shows up. And then I think Azazel's pretty much like, oh my god, just take her.
Thank God. Yeah.
Get her out of here. I hate her.
Yeah, she sees him bust through the room and she runs up to him and
I want to read. So his book is out, Azazel's book,
okay.
and I want to read it so bad just because of what she says in this book. I don't remember the girl's name, but she's like, well, no wonder she hates you.
Her name's Eve.
Yeah, no wonder Eve hates you. And I just feel like that book is going to be hilarious because he seems like somebody who has to be in control.
Yeah.
And that girl's probably throwing him off hard.
Curveball. Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, am I pregnant? She got the pendant. The way the pendant works is you drop your blood into it every month, like when you would have had a cycle. And then if you put it back on, it's kind of like a plan B, which is, that'd be such a nice magic to have.
No chemicals.
No, just
so magic.
That'd be so nice. But yeah, she already takes it. She asks Azazel, like, am I pregnant? And that
was what the harm was.
Yeah.
The harm was considered because Briar had clearly stated she does not want a child, and as soon as like she finds out she's not pregnant, there's no harm.
Yeah,
because that was the harm was the child, and yeah, that's when.
And he would not listen to her that she was okay with him taking the pendant off. Yeah, like I get his perspective. He just should have listened to her and taken her back. Yeah, no. Which would have sucked because he would have still been running when she went back. Maybe he's like, I'll just keep her here till he shows up. It's fine.
Maybe he knew. Honestly, at this point, from the point like that she got stolen, and by the at the end of the book, I read so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen?
Which is only like a couple pages, really.
Yeah, true.
And it's cute because like they both argue with him of just like, this is a conversation between me and him. You don't need to be involved in this. Like, I don't know why you took me anyways. Like, take me back, kind of thing.
And so Azazel and Saul have like a conversation, right?
Yeah, and I think he pretty much said like, if you do anything else that could be perceived as harm, because that's the other thing. His magic, if she's harmed, will alert him. And they kept telling him, did your magic ever get alerted? And he's like, it doesn't matter. It's the intent.
Yeah.
You still did anyways, like kind of thing. But yeah, he pretty much gives him the, if you screw up again, our deal is done and your territory's forfeit. But
she also asks at that point too. She's like, "What if I want to stay?"
That was the other thing. Yeah, if I want to stay. And he's like, we have humans here. You stay.
Yeah, he's like, well, at the end of the contract, I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
you can either go home or stay.
Yeah,
and that kind of like both of them like.
Yeah, the end. Now they're together and they're going to do whatever they want. Which again, it's been like a couple months. That's the only thing I hate about romance books is how fast things happen because you don't know each other.
Well, they spent 2 years, right? 2 or 3 years together before they start having babies.
Yeah, but like the book, like them deciding, like all it's a couple months if that.
Oh, it's Twilight all over again.
It is. Why does everybody have to speed into things? Maybe it's.
Because
I
if
think
it's
I'm
meant
too
to
old
be,
now.
it's meant to
I
be.
know,
But
but there's
yeah.
no fate involved in this one.
No. Oh, okay. I have a theory at the end of this.
Okay.
So you figure out, or you find out, happily ever after. It's the prologue, right?
Yeah.
That
Epilogue.
epilogue. Sorry, epilogue, and she's having a baby, and it's the whole process of there's a human midwife there helping her deliver the baby, and then she's like, oh my gosh, it's not breathing because it was all blue, but it's
Yeah.
it's just it's a dragon baby, so it's gonna be blue. But you find out they name her Hyacinth, and that's because between their like cute little shared glances and stolen kisses, you find out that there's only one thing in that world that's the same as hers, and it's a flower.
Yeah.
It's a hyacinth. So, cute ending. But there's a part in Saul's realization when he's like just rambling to himself. He's like, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out what the motive behind Azazel doing this was, and he's like, I don't think he has a motive. He actually wants peace.
He does,
and he doesn't want our territories.
Yeah.
He wants us to be more powerful.
Yeah.
And to benefit the entire realm.
Yeah.
But I have a theory. I haven't read the other ones yet, so this theory may change. But I have a theory. I feel like Azazel already picked these girls knowing which territory leaders
they were going to go to.
Yes, and he knew exactly what their type was, or like what was going to be good for those leaders. And I think he took her on purpose because I think that was like the catapult for them to want to be together. Like it was like
that's a good idea.
that final like nail in the coffin.
It'll get rid of any like hesitations they have about it.
Well, because she still hadn't said I want to stay.
Yeah.
And he hadn't asked her to stay yet. And after she asked Azazel, what happens if I want to stay?
Then it was just like,
yeah,
they're good. But again, it's only been a couple.
Well,
but yeah, that's a good point. I do think you're probably right. He did pick them specifically.
I could be reading too much into it.
No, I bet that's probably accurate.
I really want to.
Like I said, I feel like he's somebody who's hyper in control.
Yeah.
So I could see
Which it could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like he's either about to use this for evil.
No, it's these books. It's all for good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is hard to think because
it's like a cozy. It's a cozy type of book. I mean, in a way, it's a happily ever after stuff like type of series where everybody has a happily ever after.
It makes me happy.
That's kind of why I love her book so much. Is because like shit may get crazy, but it's gonna like be good. I don't know. That's because she has a lot of books where it's like that, where it's each book is a different couple. Actually, I think all of her books are like that. But I don't know. They're cute.
I know I like them.
This one's it's fun, but now I didn't really analyze it that much before. I kind of regret doing this because that kind of ruined it for me. Now I'm uncomfortable again.
I wish I would have seen what he looked like. It would have helped me. I didn't. My cover didn't have that. My cover was like a moon.
Oh, it's just like the title page.
Yeah,
it's like one of the newer, more discreet covers.
Got it. So you don't know it's a Boykin book.
Yeah, because they did that with. I mean, a lot of her covers have been changing recently. I hate that they're doing that. I might be the odd one to say I love the terrible covers.
Me too.
They're my favorite.
Like the Harley Quinn covers?
Yes, like I love them. They're dumb looking. Like I look for bad covers. That's probably my foot. And so when they keep changing them all to these like bubbly or like just words and then like black backgrounds, boring.
Yeah, you don't really
Give me my crappy covers back. Like one of the best books I ever read was one of those like looked like it was straight out of the 80s, terrible couple, and oh my god, it was so ugly, and that book was so good.
They're good.
Like I just know if it's got a bad cover, it's probably gonna be good.
I had a friend in high school. Her mom gave me like a stack of those.
Oh my god,
they were great.
They're so fantastic.
Great books.
So stop changing your covers, everybody. Leave them
like
crappy. Plus, so many people read romance now that it's like
don't need to be discreet. It's fine.
No,
you can get like a book cover or something. Like what?
Book. Like we should with their textbooks.
Like a spongy thing. The do rags. Oh my gosh! I scrolled down on Goodreads and everyone this girl 2 stars, 1 for each penis.
Yeah.
And then I went in for the double eggplants, but surprisingly sweet? Question mark.
It is like a cute story. It is a cute story. It's very quick, and there's a lot of spice in it.
It makes you skeptical the whole time because you're like about to be like, oh, that's not okay because the first
Yeah.
thing is she's being auctioned. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is you're selling somebody to be owned by
Yeah.
somebody else, and it makes you feel a little iffy. But I really do think that Azazel, he he likes to put on this like scary,
Yeah.
menacing
Yeah. She does that with some
plan.
of her characters, like, because Neon Gods is about Hades, and he's made, everybody thinks that he's a bad guy, and it's made it totally not how he is, and he's like a total sweetheart kind of thing. It's like that. She does that with a lot. Same with the villains, the whole villain storyline. Like they're not that bad. I don't know.
Someone give it a -1 star for the lack of DP.
That's valid. Honestly, if you have to, he didn't even do anything with both of them, did he?
No, I was expecting it too, and it never happened.
I
And I
didn't
was
even
like,
think about that.
well,
Yeah, what was the point of the second one?
that's what I thought.
I think it was just shock value. Because yeah, I can't see where there really being a purpose for a dragon to have two, unless female dragons have two. Oh my god, that would suck.
Yeah, double dicked up on a Thursday afternoon. Damn. Oh my
Now I
god.
can't stop thinking.
Oh my
Does
gosh.
he Kindle?
Yes, he does. People are also giving this book 2 stars because of that reason, and it's kind of sad. Like
What?
they like the book, but they're giving it 2 stars because of the two. Yeah, two. I've only found delights. Yeah, people like it. They're giving it good reviews, but they're giving it 2 stars because of the joke.
That's funny.
It's someone said I'm traumatized.
I'm trying to look and see, when does it go away?
Dude, I need to. Sometimes I could literally sit and read good read reviews for hours.
Some of
They're
them are
so
so
good.
funny.
They're hilarious.
The best is when you find, like, you go and look at one it's got like medium stars. It's like 3 to 4 stars total. And you go and look at the reviews, and all the negative comments will be like, what were these? Am I reading a different book? Like, what is these people reading saying this is the greatest thing ever? I have learned, though, for anybody that's like me, there are people are critical of books in completely different ways.
Yeah.
My rating system is very different than most people's. Like, my 5 stars are, I love this. I'm absolutely going to read this one again. I will come back to this. My 4s are, I loved this, but I can't see myself reading it again. 3 is, this was okay, and I rarely ever give 2 or 1 stars. I'll stop reading before I do that because it feels mean. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels mean to do. But some people, like, I'll go and look, and I've not read certain books because of the reviews, and then I was like, finally, like, I'll just read it and see, and I don't even know what they're talking about. Like, there was one series that I read where they kept saying the girl was like so self-hating and misogynistic in her own way that they like couldn't read it. I never got that impression from it. So, like, don't.
It's just the way that they're
Yeah, it's the way
it.
they're
Yeah.
perceiving it, and so, like, just don't read reviews before you're gonna read a book. Maybe look at the stars. If it's like 1 star, then you're like, yeah, okay.
This girl said she was bored, and I was like, "Whoa, this book was anything but bored."
Yeah, it's just, I have to be so careful with reviews because it really can keep you from reading the book you're gonna love.
I've honestly, this has been the most smuttiest book I think I've ever read. People are saying it's not smutty enough.
I think it's not long enough. I think that there's enough story for how many pages there is, but I wish there was more.
This book is a spice from a 1 to 5, a 4 for me, almost a 5.
In terms of how much is physically on the page, yes, I would agree it's a 4.
The dirty talk is insane.
Based on okay. So based off of how much is physically on the page, yes, it's a 4. The level of actual smut is not that high to me. It's not.
I just guess I haven't read enough.
Dark enough. Not dark enough. That's not the right word. It's too tame. That's the best way I can put it.
I'm scared to read dark romances. They kind of scare me a little bit.
We should read Neon Gods.
Okay.
That was probably one of the books that got me shut. Yeah, that's why I'll read those again, 100%.
How many are there?
For that series, I think 4 or 5, but they're all different characters.
Okay. So it's kind of like this.
But I have it. You can borrow it.
So should we do because I want to finish these. Should we do after this one, let's revisit these book series? Like do you want to do like halfway through and then all the way through? And then we can try to do the same with Neon Gods. We can do the first one and then kind of check in.
What do you mean?
So I'm sure we're gonna figure out more information about this world and these characters. Like we kind of talk about the entire universe itself.
We can. Yeah. They're not long books.
Yeah. Well, these.
I just wish I could remember how many of them I've actually read. After this was what I was doing, but I stopped.
Wow.
I have read.
That was. I mean,
I've read the first 3
of Neon Gods, or
of I've read all of the Neon God series. No, of this one. I really you should read. We should do Neon Gods because that book is really good.
I'm excited.
I think Neon Gods was what got me into reading not so tame romance books, where it's not just like,
oh, your hair's so pretty.
Missionary. That's the best way I can put it. It's less missionary and more like crazy wild shit, which is more fun to read in my opinion.
Okay, well, if it makes you feel any better, 2 years ago I read my first like spicy romance.
Yeah.
Other than like I was reading like Twilight type books, you know what I mean? And then I read it was the first book was the Touch of Chaos series, and I was like, whoa, what is this?
We're not allowed to discuss that book series on this. Like, we're not ever going to read. I mean, we can, but it would be at least a 3-hour long of just me ranting about that book.
Yeah,
that was my first ever TikTok. Was talking about
was
talking about what I don't remember which book in the series, but I got so pissed off at the end of that book because it made no sense that I actually went and made a TikTok telling people to stop recommending those books because that book was stupid. I was so mad at that book. I haven't read any of them after that.
Well, so I think that's we'll probably do that. So I would like to continue with the series and check in.
There's 6 in this series.
Okay.
And Azazel's is the last one.
I think we should pick the most prominent one to talk about and then do at the end of it, do like
that'd be fun.
A big over arc of.
So are we not posting this one this week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, just checking.
That's what I'm saying. I would like to continue with this book.
Oh yeah, we'll continue with the series. Yeah. I like that. They're fun.
That was it. I on my ratings, I give this book like a 3.5, and then the spice level 4. I don't know about the series. I hope it's a 5 out of 5 because I've enjoyed it. It's been fun.
They're a lot like this from what I remember. Again, I haven't read these books in years now. I read them as they came out, but I gave the next I gave them all 5 stars because I was like, I'll read these again for sure. Now reading this one again, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna have the same perspective as before.
But it's like the same with all the books we review. If you have you have time on your hands, I would recommend this one over the last 2 we've read. If you just have like
these are good palate cleansers.
Yes. Yeah.
Say you're reading like really big like fantasy novels or something and you need a break. Like these and then like Ice Planet Barbarians are palate cleansers.
They have enough in them. They're enough pages to where you feel full at the end.
Yeah.
Because like the last 2, the Bear Valentine's ones, they're just too short.
Yeah.
Everything happens so fast. You blink and it's done.
This is like a good. I need a rest between my series. I'm gonna grab this one because it's fun, and you don't have to read them. Like they're done for the most part.
That's the end of the book. That's
so
the end
you
of the story.
don't. There's nothing. You're not going to gain any more information on this couple in the next book.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to keep reading them one right after another.
So
4
out of 5. Yeah. Easy.
They're fun.
Okay. Well, that's the end of this episode. We will see you guys next week. Bye.